Jeffrey, please listen to me.
You knew you were pregnant. You didn't say a single word to me.
Please don't look at me like that.
You know, you didn't care what I felt, what I thought, what I might say. You just got in the car and you drove down to an abortion clinic.
And I couldn't go through with it because I knew it was wrong. I wasn't going to do it, Jeffrey.
Yeah, it's my baby as well, yes?
I've hurt you and I'm sorry. Okay? Jeffrey, please forgive me. I love you.
How do you expect me to believe that now? Come on, answer the phone.
What's the matter?
Andrea. Have you seen her?
No.
I can't find her anywhere.
Sounds like girl trouble to me.
We are due in court in half an hour. The woman is gone. She's vanished into thin air. Take it easy, he's down.
Richard. Richard, can you hear me?
Come on, Andrea. Ease up.
Richard, you know who killed my father. You have to tell me who it was. Please.
Was your friend. Castillo.
This hearing has come up pretty quickly, you know. Are you sure you're prepared?
Absolutely.
I hope you know how much money your mother and I have invested in this club.
I've seen the figures.
So, what's your strategy?
Don't you trust me, Dad? I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing.
All the same, Mason, would you mind telling me what you're talking about?
Dad, you can relax. You own the property free and clear. We're putting in a beautiful recreational facility, a country club. It'll be a benefit to the entire community for years to come. Not like we're putting in a chemical dump.
You do realize the environmentalists have gained a lot of power over the past years. It's not going to be as easy as you think it is.
You want me to tell you what's going to happen? Julia will come in, make her usual impassioned plea on behalf of the environment.
She can certainly be persuasive.
Full of emotion and devoid of precedent.
Who's presiding?
Bramwell.
They good or bad?
Couldn't be better. He's heavily invested in real estate in the Santa Barbara area. I'm sure he'll rule for you and Mother.
Interesting. What strings did you pull to get him assigned?
It's the luck of the draw.
Well, gentlemen, do I smell victory?
Well, I think you smell the beef Wellington, but it smells a little like victory.
Mason seems to think we can win on a walk.
Oh, I wouldn't count on that.
Julia, don't you look smashing?
Oh, I feel smashing. You know, I just found out the most interesting thing about Judge Bromwell.
Oh, what's that?
Do you know that he has his own private zoo?
What does that mean?
It's a place where you keep animals, Mother.
Yeah, and he really loves it. He's nuts about it. He has all kinds of rare birds. He even has a llama and an aardvark.
You don't say.
I just did. He's a real nature lover, so I'm particularly relieved to know that he'll be hearing the case, because I'm sure that he'll be particularly sensitive to some of the issues involved.
Isn't that just dandy?
No, I wouldn't try to estimate the workings of the legal mind. Come on, my dear. It's time to go to court. See, you've been doing your homework.
Yes, my love, I have.
I would feel a lot better if our attorney was not sleeping with the opposition.
How can I explain this to you when I don't even understand it myself?
I don't know, but I think you better try.
Jeffrey, it's not that I don't love you. And it's not that I don't want your baby. I do. I just panicked. I became terrified at something that I felt I was losing in myself. I don't know, I just wasn't ready.
Well, then why didn't you come to me at least? Why didn't you at least try to explain what was going on, huh?
I should have.
Then why?
I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know, I just... all these emotions were coming up, and I just felt really lost, and I started thinking about Mother and Daddy and how cruel they've been to each other, and how much I've hurt for them because of them, Jeffrey.
You can't live.
No, and then I
parents.
thought, I don't know how to be a mother. I can't be a mother. And I think of you and Pamela and all the pain you've been going through.
Look, the mistakes our parents made, we don't have to make those mistakes.
And I bet that's what they said when we were born.
Well, for us, it will be different.
How do you know, Jeffrey? Who knows? We could fight the same way they fight. We could get a divorce and our children could go through hell.
That is not gonna happen.
How do you know?
Because I love you. I love you, okay? And I'm not gonna let that happen. And don't you start crying on me, because you're gonna get me going as well.
I don't even deserve this. I don't even deserve you loving me anymore.
Yes, you do.
Will you ever forgive me, Jeffrey?
It's over, baby. It's over now, okay?
You still want me?
Look, of course I still want you. I love you. And I want you to have this baby. And maybe a whole lot more, if that's what you want. I want us to be a family.
And I want that too.
Okay, then. So you just take care of yourself and our baby. And talk to me, okay? Talk to me.
I will.
And if there's anything you need, if you're angry, or you're scared, or you want ice cream in the middle of the night, tell me. Just tell me.
There is something I want now.
What?
You hold me?
What am I gonna do if she doesn't show up?
Looks like you're gonna have to wing it.
That's no good. I mean, we're both down as complainants. If she doesn't show up, I don't know, it just weakens our whole case.
Can't you make some sort of excuse?
Oh, sure, of course. Your Honor, I'm sorry. My partner is a flake, and she has a tendency to disappear without any explanation. I don't even know if she's gonna show up at
How
all.
about something a little more pedestrian, like the flu?
What is with the woman, huh?
Kane, give her a break. She's been under a lot of stress lately.
Well, so have we all.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Really, her partner is killed, Richard double crosses her, Kathleen gets it. That would tend to shake a person up, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You just have to give her a little time off. Maybe that's what she needs.
Why does she leave me hanging like this? Why doesn't she call?
Boy, you know, you are tough.
Well, I believe in.
Let me tell you something a little about commitment.
And you should listen to this, because this woman is an expert.
You have to give each other a little room. No matter how much you may know somebody, they still have thoughts and feelings and problems you may know nothing about.
You got stuff like that you keep from me?
Uh-huh.
Like what?
I'm not going to tell you, otherwise you might get bored.
No, I know what's on Andrea's mind, and it has nothing to do with me or the coalition. She's obsessed with finding out who killed her father, and she's not going to rest until she does.
I was hoping she could get past that.
I don't think she can. I couldn't. Can you? How about you, Cruz? Could you?
Well, I don't know. Kane, I guess it would depend on the circumstances of my life at the time. I mean, if I were in love with somebody, I would certainly try to make that person be the top priority, but it's easier said than done.
I'm doing court.
Well, if she shows up, we'll steer her over there.
Thanks.
He's acting sort of strange.
Yeah, well, he's very worried about his lady.
No, I mean, yeah, he is, but it's like he has some sort of hidden agenda.
Well, speaking of agenda, we have one too, except ours isn't hidden.
What's that?
This is Hal Clark's personal effects. Scott dropped them off this morning. This is the stuff that his dad had stashed away in a safety deposit box. Hopefully there's some kind of clue in here that'll get us started towards solving his disappearance.
It's funny how she manages to turn up in the middle of everything.
Who?
Pamela.
Yeah, well, kind of a fancy clip, wouldn't you say? It's supposed to interest. And we have a key here with a little life preserver on it. Probably goes to a boat. I'll have to ask Ben about this when I see him, which is hopefully going to happen today.
What are you doing?
Hey, would you like to have some lunch? Listen, you know, some chili pups, pizza. Why don't you go wait in the line across the street at the stand over there, okay? Would you?
Something's up. I can see by the look in your beady little eyes.
Honey, I'll tell you when we eat. Now get out of here. Go, scoot.
No. Why? Who's coming? I want to know.
I'm letting Cruz use my office this afternoon.
What?
Well, he's going to interview Ben Clark.
What are you, crazy? You're going to let Cruz take over your investigation? I mean, that's nuts. He's going to screw the whole thing up. He'll do everything by the book, and we'll never be able to collect anything from Cece.
You and I have been searching high and low. We've collected exactly zip.
So you're going to turn the whole investigation over to Cruz?
Well, you may be able to find out some stuff. You know, talk to Ben, vice versa. You know, a little chit-chat here and there.
Oh, and they're going to let you stay here and listen? That's a laugh. Oh.
Yeah. Who has the last laugh?
You are a crafty one, aren't you?
Why do you doubt me?
What's that connected to?
Well, the microphone's connected to the tape recorder. You see, then we come back later, and when the... Hello, gentlemen!
Save it, Timmons. How much longer are you going to keep me in custody?
Well, that depends.
You'll be out in 24 hours.
I doubt that. I really do.
Well, you know, that's beside the point anyway, isn't it? How about give me some time alone with my client?
Gladly. You know, they sell those pants in larger sizes.
Don't ask.
What's going on here? Is this guy a buddy of yours?
Hardly.
I mean, he just waltzes out of here and lets you take over his office? What's...
Yeah, well, Mr. Timmons has been known to be cooperative when it serves his purposes.
What are you looking for?
This was too easy.
Well, I'll be damned, look at that.
Yeah.
This guy's really something, isn't he?
Yeah, he's something, all right. Look, but your son brought over some of Hal's personal effects this morning, and I was particularly interested in this.
Yeah, I saved that. I found it in my brother's coat pocket.
You know what it goes to?
I don't know, I never could figure it out. It could go to almost anything. I mean, maybe a boat key.
Did he own a boat?
No, just an old rowboat that he used for fishing and things like that. But you didn't need a key for that.
Yeah, well, maybe he had a little motorboat, too, or some little cruising thing on the side.
No. He never had that kind of money.
Well, he had a little money. I found this rather fancy diamond clip in his effects, too.
Yeah, well, I figured that woman gave that clip to him, and maybe she gave him these keys as well.
Pamela Conrad.
Yeah, well, way back then, she was still Pamela Capwell, and she was still married to CC, and she was having a fling with my brother on the side. Don't you see? That's why I suspect her of... She's got something to do with my brother's disappearance. What, are you gonna look into this or not?
Jeffrey? Kelly? Is anyone here?
Mrs. Conrad, this is Dr. Billingsley. I'm an obstetrician. Dr. Holmes suggested that I call you to set up an appointment. You can reach me at 555-3314 or leave a message with my secretary. Thank you.
What are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to be in court.
Yes, well, you know how it is, darling.
we've run so far behind, I thought I'd take advantage of the delay. And Jeffrey, I feel terrible about this strain between our relationship. Can't we please just talk?
I don't think there's anything to talk about.
Well, I owe you an apology. I really thought what I was doing was right.
Yeah, well, you slandered me to a potential employer. How do you justify that, huh?
Because I thought you'd be far better off working for my company.
Well, it wasn't your decision to make.
Darling, I see that. I know that now. But please don't ever forget that I had yours and Kelly's best interests at heart all the time. Where is she?
She's gone to see Eden. Throwing a bridal shower for her.
How sweet. Well, I certainly hope it won't be too much for her.
What do you mean?
I mean, everybody knows the first few months are the most delicate. And, Jeffrey, I am delighted. I'm sure you are too, aren't you, darling? Oh, I hope that you're going to think about taking the Le Mans class.
How did you find out?
Oh, with the telephone. I overheard it. I couldn't help it over.
Hello, Mrs. Conrad. This is Dr. Billingsley. I'm an obstetrician. Dr. Holmes is...
You had no right to go around listening to people's private conversations.
Oh, darling, please don't be angry. I'm just thrilled. I know you are. I mean, a grandchild. Aren't you thrilled, too?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Seems like a very good omen to me. I mean, a baby and the family always brings the family so much closer together. Don't you agree?
Oh, you're so sweet.
Thank you so much.
I am just dying to throw you the shower. I've been waiting such a long time.
Oh, not as long as I have, believe me. We set the date.
No.
We have set the date. It's
When?
going to be in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Gosh, we got to get started.
Yeah, I know.
Well, God, let's see. I was thinking about inviting, like, close to about 500 people.
What?
Yeah. I mean, the whole town, Eden. This is going to be a big bash. And then I was thinking, like, making a pair of doves out of wire and putting tissue paper and hanging over the doorway. Doing something like that.
This is beginning to sound more like a homecoming parade.
Well, it is, because I'm also going to have the high school band come and do a little serenade of Moon River while you and Cruz come through the living room.
I'm kidding. Oh, I'm kidding you.
Thank you.
It sounds fun, but, you know, I mean...
Ooh, uh-oh. No. I know you want something intimate and quiet, and I'm doing that. Just family and friends and stuff like that.
That'd be great. Oh, let's make a list. Let's make a list.
Okay. Go. Mother,
Mom. No, you make the list.
Okay.
And Cruz's mom.
Yep.
Carmen, Julia.
Yeah.
Who else?
What about Andrea?
Yeah.
Her, some other close friends.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
have? Okay.
What about Tori?
Well, I didn't know how you feel about that.
Well, I don't mind the idea. I mean, she is a part of the family. She was married to Mason, and she's
Yeah.
Chip's mother.
But I don't know how she and Julia will get along.
Well, you know, I hate to leave her out. She's been going through such a hard time lately. I'm sure she's feeling kind of lonely.
Well, let's think about it.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
All right,
there's
no, I
so
know.
much fighting going on in the family. This is happiness. Come on. What?
You look terrific.
I do?
Yeah, you do. I mean, you look like you swallowed a light bulb or something. I saw you this morning. You really seemed upset, I must say. And now, I don't know, there's like something going on. Tell me.
I can't exactly tell you. I can't. All I know is I am madly in love with Jeffrey, and I think I'm just counting my blessings.
So happy.
Oh, Eden, you think it's possible for there to be happy endings?
I know there are.
Wait,
What do you expect? You ate 5 chili cheese dogs.
I know.
Speak to me.
Well, where is it? Where is it?
Oh, I don't believe this.
Spoiled again, huh?
Damn Castillo.
No, we're never gonna know what they said. We're never gonna see any of that lovely, lovely money.
Oh, yes, we will. Yes, we will. I'm gonna pin this on CC and Pamela, and when I do, they're gonna pay through their aristocratic noses.
Your Honor, my clients have lived for many years in Santa Barbara and have a great respect for the natural beauty of the area. In fact, the site at Point Mirable was chosen and the club designed to take advantage of that beauty.
Take advantage, right.
Now, what they propose to do is take a wilderness area and turn it into a park. There will be acres of trees, a wonderful golf course, pathways, gardens, flowers. It'll be a source of pride to the community for years to come.
Your Honor.
Miss Wainwright.
Why, Mr. Capel has shown admirable sensitivity, and I'm sure that the plans for the club are very nice indeed. I think that we need to define the word community.
Yes?
Are we talking about the community of human beings, or are we going to expand that definition to include the plant and the animal community of Point Mirabla? There are a lot of deer there, and there's a sizable bird population and unusual plant species, all of which will be negatively impacted by this project.
A very good point.
Sir, did you know that there was a beautiful succulent called the Santa Barbara Live Forever that is a native of this area?
No, I never heard of it.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because it's becoming increasingly rare. It's on the California state list of endangered plant species.
Your Honor, I don't see what this has... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Thank you. No one has had success in transplanting the Live Forever, and if it grows wild, then we have to protect it, or else it will be wiped off the face of the earth.
Excuse me, Counselor, are you finished?
Yes, I am for now, and thank you, Counselor, for being so considerate.
Well, thank you for enlightening us. You've raised a very good point here. I'm sure that all of us here hope that the Santa Barbara Live Forever will live forever.
I don't think I have ever seen a case argued with such deference and respect as you two show each other. Lawyers usually go at it like a pack of wild dogs. You are both to be commended.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Now, who would like to go next?
Would you?
No, you go ahead.
I think I would like to go next. I have never seen so much pussyfooting around.
Now, Mr. Cadwell, please.
No, I mean, are we going to go on all day like this, talking about a damn plant I've never even heard of, or are we going to get down to business? That's what I'd like to know.
Would you like a chance to talk to your client?
Please, Your Honor.
All right, I'm calling a brief recess. We'll reconvene in a half hour.
I am ashamed of you.
Really, Mason, what are you trying to do? Throw this game?
You call yourself a lawyer?
Julia, what is that? Where's the edge? Where's the scrappy lawyer that I hired?
Hey.
Hi. Great. Oh, Jeffrey, this is going to be the most fabulous shower ever. I wish you could come.
Oh, why can't I?
Guys, there are no boys allowed. You? What do I smell? What do... Are those for me?
Who else?
They're beautiful.
Yeah,
Yum.
did you tell Eden about the Baba yet?
No, I didn't because I don't want to tell anybody yet. Okay?
Why? Why not?
Because.
Hey, you're not having second thoughts about this, are you?
No, I'm not. I just want this to be a secret between you and me, okay? Just so we get used to the idea first. Is that okay?
Yeah, I thought, it's such amazing news. I thought you'd want to tell everyone.
I know, but I just started thinking, Cruz and Eden have been waiting for this wedding God knows how long. And I just hate to upstage them with this.
Well, they'll freak out with delight when they hear.
I know they will, but I want them to have their moment first. And we'll have ours, because I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll have everybody come over to the house, we won't tell them what it's about, and we'll just announce it then. Can you see the look on their faces? Can you?
No.
What? Look at you. You want to tell everybody in the world, don't you? Look at you. I don't know, maybe I'm being selfish, but I really want to dream and do all this with you alone. Pick out the baby's name, huh? Figure out what kind of parents we're going to be. I want us to know exactly where we are without everybody else's input at first. So you promise you won't tell anyone?
Okay. I personally want to shout it from the rooftops, But we'll keep it to ourselves until you're ready.
Then I pulled this off the bottom of his lampshade.
Incredible.
Yeah, the little sucker's obviously desperate for information.
No, he's desperate to pin the blame on my father, and I know for a fact that he couldn't have anything to do with this man's disappearance.
Well,
Hey, did you hear from Andrea yet?
No, not yet.
How are things going in court?
Oh, it's ridiculous. Mason and Julia are acting like lovebirds. They're billing and cooing at each other. Yes, dear. Oh, wonderful point, dear. Oh, that's wonderful, my darling. It's ridiculous.
One might see in action.
It's not funny. We're not getting anywhere.
Well, it's a little bit funny.
It's very tense.
I think you should sit down and relax, pal.
I can't relax. I can't relax until I know where Andrea is. I mean, we went into this as partners. Now, if I can't trust my partner, who can I trust?
You can trust me.
And you can trust me.
Yeah.
You can trust us. We're your friends.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be okay with Andrea. And we're going to get married, and you're going to be the best man, so you should practice smiling and not be scaring all the guests.
Come
Okay.
on, Kate.
I guess if I am the best man, though, I get to hold a little bachelor party, huh?
Oh, well, no. Bachelor parties
Yeah, a lot
are
of drinking
ridiculous.
champagne, hoochie-coochie girl.
I don't think so.
Come on, you didn't mind my dancing any.
Well, that was different, wasn't it?
I saw an ad for this woman named Delilah, who has
Delilah.
this menagerie of animals. She might be interested.
Can I come?
I don't want any animals at my party.
Well, we're all invited, so it's too late.
Actually, I know another dancer that if we, just in case Delilah wasn't, never mind. Last resort. When? Woo. Yeah, well, I suppose it was probably for the best. Really? Yeah, well, thanks a lot for calling. Yeah.
What is it?
Richard is dead. One of our agents tracked him down. There was a shootout. And apparently Andrea did get there before he died.
Richard, you know who killed my father. Please, tell me who it was.
Your friend. Castillo.
Well, I wonder if Richard told Andrea what she wanted to know before he died.
Yeah, I wonder, too.
Well, let's hope whatever happened that she can finally put this to rest.
Yeah. Now, if she knows who the killer is, she's gonna go after him.
Oh, Kane, can't she just let it alone?
That's probably wishful thinking, you know. She's a very determined lady. And if I were in her shoes, if somebody had offed my father, I'd want to take the guy out myself.
Your Honor, we're not talking about a chemical dump here. We're not talking about strip mining. We're talking about a beautiful recreational facility that will bring thousands of dollars into Santa Barbara's coffers every year.
Which is a real pittance compared to the millions that will be made by Ms. Conrad and Mr. Capwell.
Because it's a win-win situation, everybody profits.
No, Your Honor, you see, this simply isn't true, because if they do indeed build this club, it will be destroying the entire ecosystem. Now, what about the herd of deer that will be suddenly displaced?
Oh, no, the Bambi defense.
Or the birds? I'm sure you know, sir, that California is a major migration route from South America to Alaska. And with the loss of more and more ecosystems, well, the extinction of these species is inevitable.
One system goes out, another one comes in. That's evolution. That's progress.
I'm sure you can see the kind of Neanderthal reasoning we're dealing with here.
Your Honor, I'm afraid that counsel is painting a very distorted picture of us. We're not enemies of the environment. We're simply trying to take one thing and make it more usable and better.
Better? Wait a minute. What about the runoff from the golf course during rainstorms? If those pesticides make their way down into the creek, it could poison it there are steelhead trout in that creek.
Exactly. And what if some of these toxins seep into the water table? There's no way to get rid of them. Your Honor, do you know that there are 25 pesticides that have been identified in the California groundwater?
Your Honor, for every expert that counsel produces supporting this doomsday script of hers, I can produce another one that will call it all bunkum.
If you pay them well enough.
That's totally uncalled for.
I withdraw the comment.
Your Honor, Capwell Enterprises is a first-class organization. We've hired the best architects. We're consulting with all the proper authorities. There isn't going to be any bird killing. There isn't going to be any Bambi-cide.
Despite my colleagues' attempt to trivialize this issue with the use of cute jokes.
And despite counsel's attempt to vilify my clients with hysterical fantasies, Your Honor.
I think there's sufficient evidence here to warrant an injunction to prevent the development of Point Mirabla.
I hope you will go ahead and give us the permission to proceed with this most worthy enterprise.
In closing, Your Honor, may I remind you that the oil well that is was responsible for the spill along the Santa Barbara coastline was yet another worthy enterprise by Ms. Conrad and Mr.
Damn it, Julie, that's a totally unrelated issue, and you know it.
It's my case. I can bring up whatever I want.
Your Honor, I urge you to disregard that. The oil spill was a documented case of sabotage, and Ms. Wainwright is clearly out of line in trying to link it to this present project.
I think I'm capable of deciding what is admissible, and I've heard enough for one day. I'm now going to take the rest of this material home and go over it myself. I'll have a ruling within the week. Good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
That was really something.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, when you get rolling, nothing stops you. I think we got a good chance.
You were wonderful, Mason.
Yeah, I was worried there for a while, but you came along just fine.
Well, I have to run on, darling.
Neanderthal reasoning?
Hysterical fantasies?
Well, you were. Hysterical.
Not another word.
I'm so sorry I'm late. That hearing just went on and on and on.
Pamela, I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me.
Oh, well, it's nothing. Actually, I was very convenient. A courthouse right across the street.
Can I get you something to drink?
No, thank you. Well, now, what can I do for you, Cruz?
Well, Scott Clark has asked me to become involved in the matter of his uncle's disappearance.
So I understand.
I understand that you were seeing him shortly before that unfortunate event.
Yes, that's right.
Well, I don't mean to press, but I need to know a little bit about what was going on, and I thought I'd start by asking you where the two of you usually met.
You know, I've been through this a number of times.
I'm new to the case.
The San Marcos Inn.
Anywhere else?
No, nowhere else.
That's nice. Have you ever seen this before, Pamela?
A key? Should I have?
Well, I don't know. It's probably the key to a boat. There's a little life preserver attached to it. I found it among Hal's personal effects.
So?
Well, I thought it was sort of peculiar. From what I understand, he was not a rich man, and I don't think he would have the cash to own a boat.
Oh, I suppose not.
It occurred to me that perhaps he had access to a boat you owned.
No, never. But you know, that could be a key they used to take the boats out to the oil rig.
Could be.
Well, if there's nothing else.
Well, there probably is, but I can't think of it, so I'll apologize for having wasted your time.
Oh, no, I really want to help. You know, from time to time, I can't help thinking about how I'd really like to know what happened to him myself. I think Mason handled himself very well, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Once he got going.
He's a wonderful lawyer. He's so smart. Of course, he is our son.
Yes. Well, I hope he convinced the judge, because I have a lot of money invested in that confounded project.
Oh, well, look at it this way. It's going to be a great success, and what a legacy to hand down to a new grandchild.
What?
Nothing.
Come on now, what do you mean? The legacy handed down to whom?
I promised myself I was not going to let this out. And anyway, because I think Kelly and Jeffrey want to make the announcement themselves.
Announcement? You don't mean it. Oh, my. Oh, my little girl is... My little baby's gonna have a child of her own?
I just found out myself a little while ago. Oh, you're gonna have another grandchild, Cece. Aren't you just thrilled?
Best thing to happen to me in a long time.
Oh, I can't believe it myself. My son and your daughter, champagne. We ought to order a bottle of champagne.
Yes. Champagne. Waiter.
Oh, Cece, a new baby in the family. Oh, it always brings families so much closer together.
They certainly are happy about something.
I could hear what they're saying. You know something? I think I'm going to enroll you in a lip reading course.
They probably just think they're getting away with something.
Like murder? If Cruz hadn't found that bug, we'd know what they're up to by now.
Well, he did, and we don't.
I'd give my right pinky to know what Ben said to him. Maybe to pick his brain.
You know what?
What?
I bet Cruz is having a bachelor party. Maybe you'll get an invitation.
Oh, ha, ha.
It's a great idea. People are always getting smashed at those things, you know, telling old war stories, spilling their guts.
Right, and I'm sure I'm on Cruz's social list.
I guess not. He doesn't like you. Nobody does.
Wait a minute.
You know, you ought to enroll in one of those courses, those how to win friends and influence people courses.
You know, I can't go to that party. But who says you can't?
Hi.
You want to tell me where you were all day?
I was asleep. I seem to have come down with some kind of flu or something.
You missed the hearing this afternoon.
Oh, God, Kane, that was today.
Yeah, it was today. Surprise.
Look, I'm sorry. I laid down to take a nap, and I didn't wake up until just now.
Well, this flu must have affected your hearing because I called here at least 100 times.
I turned the bell off.
You turned the bell off.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. You might have missed a call about Richard.
Well, as a matter of fact, I turned the phone back on a minute ago, and a call did come through.
Oh, yeah? What?
Richard's dead. They found him up north. He was ambushed in an alley.
Too bad he couldn't be there.
Yes, it is.
You got 2 seconds to come clean with me.
What are you doing?
No, that's it. That's it. You played me for a fool once too often. I'm fed up.
What are you talking about?
I am sick of this. I am sick of it. Now, if you decide you want to tell me the truth, you know where you can find me.
Kane!
Hello, kitten.
Daddy, hi.
Hello.
I thought you were Jeffrey. What's up?
Well, I figured we'd open this up, have a glass when he gets back. How about that, huh? Come on.
Wait. This is from the private stock of the Orient Express. I don't get it.
Oh, I forgot you can't. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. You can't drink. I just grabbed this without thinking and brought it over here.
Daddy, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about your news, baby. Your wonderful news. I am so happy. I'm so happy. Pamela told me I can't tell you how proud I am. I can't wait to see this grandchild.
Pamela? Daddy, how did she find out?
I don't know. Jeffrey probably told her.
He promised me.
Baby, what's wrong?
Everything is wrong. How can he do that?
Kelly and me, and then it was Kelly and you, and baby makes 3. Whoa, that's bad. Ah. Kelly?
How could you, Jeffrey?
How could I what?
After all the talk this afternoon?
Oh, wait a minute. What have I done?
Oh, please.
No, hey, come here. Whoa. What is going on here?
You promised me. You swore to me you would keep this a secret, and you go out and you tell your mother?
No.
No, and of course she can't keep a secret, Jeffrey. She goes over and she tells my father. Well, she's probably told the whole town by now. Why don't we just announce it over the radio?
Baby, I'm sorry.
You know, this is exactly what I didn't want to happen.
I swear to you, I didn't actually tell her.
You gave me your word,
And I
Jeffrey.
kept it. She found out before I made that promise.
What?
Yeah, she came by here earlier this afternoon. I wasn't here. Some obstetrician called you and she overheard the message.
So why didn't you tell me?
Because I knew it would upset you, that's why.
And you didn't think for 1 minute that she couldn't keep her mouth shut. Jeffrey, your mother, you knew this would happen.
I know, but I hoped I could get to her
yes,
before
and you didn't, but it's too late now. Everything's out in the open. We have no privacy anymore. We don't have a secret.
Yes, we have privacy, and so what if
No, we
everyone
don't.
knows
Don't talk to me.
Am I allowed to speak?
If you're really careful.
I'm sorry I said you were hysterical.
I'm sorry I called you a Neanderthal. You're at least a Cro-Magnon.
Well, we'll see who's Cro-Magnon when I put on my tuxedo and escort you to the opening of the country club.
You really think it's going to be built?
I know it will.
Well, you're wrong.
Want to bet?
Sure. What do you want to bet?
Money?
You've got more than me. How about dinner? You cook for a week if I win.
You really want to subject yourself to that?
On second thought, no. Cooking is not your forte.
Doesn't really matter because there's no way Capwell Enterprises is going to lose. I could tell that Judge Bramwell was more than impressed by my arguments.
He wasn't impressed. He was stupefied.
You know what your problem is,
No,
Julia?
but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
You're so self-righteous. You get all wound up in these cases and completely lose your sense of humor.
It's better than losing my ethics in quest of a buck.
What?
We're doing it again.
We're fighting.
We're fighting. Now, Mason, we have to leave this kind of stuff at the courtroom and not bring it into the house. We promised we would do that, remember?
You're right. I'm sorry.
So am I.
Come here. Better?
Much better. What's so funny?
There's a beautiful little succulent called the Santa Barbara Live Forever.
Cut it out.
We must do everything we can to protect this plant wherever we go. You sounded like Glenda the Good Witch in The Wizard of Oz.
I did not. That's not funny. I made a very important point.
Julia, you were going for sympathy anyway you knew how. It was shameless.
Shameless? Is it shameful to fight for something that you believe in?
For a weed?
For a weed, for a blade of grass, or a bird? Stop it.
I'm sorry. It just sounded so silly.
It's not silly. You don't really care at all about this planet, do you? As long as you've got your bank account and your fancy little car, the hell with the rest of us, right?
There you go, back on your soapbox again.
What about our future? What about Samantha's future? What about our grandchildren and her grandchildren and the children after that?
I can't think that far in advance. I'm too tired. Come on, let's take a nap.
Maybe I don't want to take a nap with you.
Oh, fine, be that way.
Well, fine, I will.
Oh, come on, Julia. What about the procreation of the race? You don't want to become extinct, do you?
Maybe. Take a nap on the couch.
So can I come to your bachelor party? Learn how to hoochie coochie?
Well, if I can come to your shower and help the ladies try on some lingerie, I mean.
Oh. What do you say we skip them both and we get married tonight?
Okay.
Yeah, but what about all those people that are going to show up in 2 weeks?
Too bad they won't know where to go.
Well, you know, the place isn't the most important.
That's true. Like I told you, wherever we do it, that will be the perfect place. What's wrong?
I don't know, I just got a funny feeling.
So did I.